Yes, already we have discussed about the types of hyperbilirubinemias, congenital and acquired, right? In congenital, we have three or four types of disorders. We will see one by one. The first one is Gilbert, second one is Criglar-Nazzar syndrome, third one is Dubin-Johnson syndrome, fourth one is Rotor syndrome. So before going to these four diseases, you have to give some introduction. Number one, it is a group of inherited disorders due to the mutations in the enzymes involved in bilirubin metabolism. Just one line. So this defect leads to either unconjugated bilirubin or conjugated bilirubin. So you will get unconjugated hyperbilirubinemia or conjugated hyperbilirubinemia. Okay. The site of defect is actually in the synthesis of heme and hemolysis we already discussed. Before the liver is that is uptake of the bilirubin. In the liver that is conjugation. After the liver excretion of the bilirubin. This is regarding bilirubin metabolism. If there is any defect in these three areas, you will get these congenital disorders. Number one is uptake of bilirubin before liver. Number two is conjugation occurs in liver. Number three, excretion after liver of bilirubin. So, first disease, Gilbert is actually this is harmless. Enzyme defect is there, bilirubin level is high, but it is harmless. Impaired uptake of bilirubin. This is very, very important MCQ question. In Gilbert syndrome, impaired uptake of bilirubin. Enzyme defect, that is name of the enzyme is UDP glucuronyl transferase, the only one enzyme involved in conjugation of the liver for bilirubin, UDP glucuronyl transferase. Here you will get unconjugated bilirubinemia, that is before liver it happens. So no place for conjugation, you will get unconjugated hyperbilirubinemia in Gilbert's. Second one is Criglar-Nazzar syndrome. We have two types, type 1, type 2, right? Type 1 is very severe because total absence of UDP glucuronyl transferase. That is why the baby is having more than 20 milligram per deciliter of bilirubin is there. Jaundice will be very more severe. The conjugation problem. Actually, in the Gilbert, the problem is impaired uptake, whereas in Criglar-Nazzar syndrome, in the liver, conjugation is the problem. That is why there will be, because there will be no enzyme of UDP glucuronyl transferase. So you will get bilirubin level, that is unconjugated bilirubin is very high. That leads to kernicterus in the babies. Usually the babies dies before 24 hours of their life. That is why it is very fatal. First one is enzyme defect mild UDP glucuronyl transferase. Second one is Criglar-Nazzar syndrome type 1. Severe defect, very fatal, baby dies before 24 hours of birth. In type 2, it is harmless. Again, conjugation problem. You will get unconjugated bilirubin level high, and the level is not that much of high. That is not more than 20 milligram like that. Okay. And another advantage for this type 2 is barbiturates like drugs will improve the condition. Right. Type 2 Criglar-Nazzar syndrome. Right. Third one is Dubin-Johnson syndrome. This is also harmless, but here the problem is defect in excretion. Very, very important point. Defect is in uptake, defect is in conjugation, defect is in excretion. You should clearly mention. Dubin-Johnson syndrome, defect is excretion. Another important point for Dubin-Johnson syndrome is this is the only autosomal recessive congenital disorders. Rotor syndrome is also autosomal recessive, but this is very, very important autosomal recessive disorder of that is hyperbilirubinemias. Okay. Here another important point is third point is the excess bilirubin will get accumulated in liver. In liver produces blackish deposition over the liver and produces black liver. That is why the other name of this is black liver jaundice. That means nothing but the excess bilirubin will get accumulated over the liver and produces blackish color of the liver. So black liver jaundice. Coming to the Rotor syndrome, this is also autosomal recessive, harmless. Here there is no black color pigmentation. Liver cells are not pigmented. So this is the only difference between this Rotor and Dubin Johnson. But Dubin Johnson is very, very important. 3 or 4 important points are there, right? This is regarding congenital hyperbilirubinemias. Next class we will discuss about acquired hyperbilirubinemias. Okay.